And welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. And if you had the pleasure of watching, I interviewed a guy from the Dog Pound. And basically it's a hot dog cart. And he had a bunch of food here, and it was really, really kind of cool. Well, it's very hard to interview today because right in front of me, which you can't see yet, but we'll put a camera on that, is the smell from this amazing pizza that's just sitting in front of me. With me is Kai from Ian and Kai. What's
How
up?
you doing, man?
Good.
How's it going?
So, Marcus from Dog Pound told me, you got to go talk to Kai. His story is pretty amazing, and he's got some great food.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
So, you're downtown Jensen, right?
Yeah, downtown Jensen.
Okay, so let's just go back and talk about the story, because this amazing credit to you from that story. And I know it's sometimes heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did this all come about?
So, my first and only job was I worked at a Chicago pizzeria, and I was 15 years old washing dishes, and I had to work my way up to making sandwiches and then eventually making pizza. So I took that, not knowing what I wanted to do in life, and I took that and I finally just did my own thing and made a pizzeria in Delray Beach, which was my first endeavor. You know, so I went there. I was good for 5 years, successful, and I decided to sell it because I wanted to come back home because Jensen Beach is my hometown. So right before I sold it, my brother passed away, unfortunately, and God rest his soul, I love him. And I decided to name it Ian and Kai's.
Was he coming on as a partner with you?
No, he wasn't a partner. He always wanted to do something in the future, though, because he was an attorney, and he worked for the Supreme Court, and then he did finance law, and he wanted to eventually franchise and branch it out. So I decided to do it in honor.
Was it initially going to be called Kai's and Ian?
No. Okay. My first pizzeria was Windy City Pizza in Delray.
I lived in Delray, so I know.
Yeah, it was on Atlantic Avenue. Mm-hmm. But after he passed away, I wanted to do it in honor, and I put my brother in there.
That is great. Yes. So now you come up and you're in Jensen Beach.
Yep.
And you open a place downtown Jensen.
Yes.
Like a crazy person, because anybody who's an entrepreneur is a little crazy.
Right.
And if you're in the food industry, you're even more crazy. I got to tell you that. But let me ask you this. So you get the spot. It used to be a cafe. Mm-hmm. I remember because you had breakfast there a number of times.
Mary's Gourmet.
Yeah. And it was called the Fat Bread Place because she baked her own bread.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And they sliced it fat.
Yeah, people still come in asking, because I've only been there 8 months, so.
Okay, so I know that, as you can see, this is pizza. We know pizza. It looks like it's half, is it all sausage?
Yeah, it's all sausage. I just did the little extra sauce on the half you like,
Yeah, because I was at his place, and I was talking to, I'm not a big cheese fan. It's not that I won't eat the cheese, but I really love the sauce. And the crust, which is important, is the way you get the good stuff to your mouth.
No, it's like a thin cracker crust, so it's very light. Mm-hmm. So, and we go heavier on the toppings, so you don't get all that dough.
What size is this one?
That's a 16-inch large. And that's a Chi-Town sausage is the name on the menu.
Okay, and you have some really cool names.
Yeah.
Because my wife was looking at your menu, and I told you the story. She's allergic to tomatoes and citrus.
Yes.
And before I even said that, I had come in and said, you got to make a white pizza. And he says, I make the best white pizza.
Yeah, I got a white pizza. It's one of my favorites. It's called the Kai Willy.
Okay.
And it's like a garlic cream-based sauce with the spinach and mushroom. Add sausage or whatever you like to it. It's really good.
Okay, so do you have a lot of people that are basic like me? Like, I'm fine if my pizza just has some cheese and sauce on it. It doesn't need sausage, pepperoni, pineapple, sardines. It doesn't need all that stuff.
Yeah, we get some basics, but a lot of people get crazy with it, but they like it, yeah.
But doesn't it lose? I'm a Brooklyn boy, Brooklyn, Jersey. It's rare to find good pizza like this, or like in Brooklyn, somewhere around here. So I find it kind of interesting that people take something that's so perfect, and then add all this crap.
Yeah,
in my opinion, they add all this crap. It's like, really?
It's like different strokes for different folks, I guess, you know?
What else do you sell there?
We sell Italian beef sandwiches.
Which is
like thin, very, very thin roast beef sliced.
Right.
And it's marinated in our homemade au jus. And a lot of people get the sweet peppers or the hot giardiniera, which is a good seller there. It's a hot pickled pepper. It's carrots, celery, jalapenos, and sport peppers. And it goes very good with the beef sandwich.
It's interesting because you're in this, what I would call the Bermuda Triangle. Meaning you have
Northeast.
a bar. No, you have a bar here, bar here, a bar here, and you're here.
It's perfect. Here. It's perfect.
Now you close. What's your hours?
I'm 11:30 to 9:30.
Okay.
Tuesday through Sunday, close Monday.
Okay. Why did I think you were closed Wednesday?
No.
Okay,
Wednesday.
so
we're there.
Oh, you're there. Now I found you because of you have such a good reputation and such a good name. That another food company told me about you.
Yeah.
Even though it would take possible chance of it taking away from you, he still was like, you got to go there. The pizza's excellent. And it's really funny because I was there the other night, and you finally got off of work, and what did you do? You went in the back, and you had 2 hot dogs.
Yeah, I had 3. I had one when you left. Yeah.
Okay. Now...
No, it's not... You know, when you're in the industry, you just got to help each other out. You know, you spread the word and give awareness. I feel like you get more business that way.
I totally agree.
You know,
we call it co-opetition.
That's right.
Okay, there's enough for everybody.
That's it. There is.
So, and when you closed at 9:30, he opened.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was there trying to take your customers.
I went over there to fill up my gas tank where he's at, his location right there in Rio, at the what is it, Sitco?
Sitco.
Yeah, and he asked if he could set it up on Thursday and Fridays, and I was like, hey, man, why not? Just go there at 10, and you'll get the people from the bars hopping, you know?
It's pretty amazing. What's your biggest seller?
Biggest seller is the Chi-Town sausage. We hand pinch our sausage raw on the pizza. It cooks right on itself. It's not that pre-frozen topping. We actually get it in bulk and hand pinch it on the pizza.
What's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza, I like the Big City Blaze, and it's Italian roast beef, meatball, red pepper, and the hot giardiniera peppers on top.
Wow.
And it's spicy. It's good.
Yeah, I'm not into big spicy stuff, so it's okay for me. What kind of subs do you make? So you make
So we make hot sandwiches.
Which ones?
We have a meatball parm, Italian beef sandwich, a combo sandwich, which is really popular in the city as well. It's
Go ahead.
It's Italian sausage with the beef on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they get it wet, which we dunk it in the au jus, or you get it dry and get it on the side.
Okay.
You dip it.
In up north, sandwiches get dipped and are wet.
Yeah.
Most people say, wet? Why would you want that? And we add ketchup to it.
Yeah.
so we'll get like your hot Italian beef.
Yeah.
And we'll get it dipped so that you can barely hold it.
Yeah.
And then we'll put ketchup on it too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then our hands are like super messy.
Yeah, you gotta get messy.
That's
good.
just the way it is. All right, so you sell them. How about like stuff like calzones and stuff?
No calzones. We do chicken wings, salads, pizza, and hot sandwiches. That's what our main focus.
How come you came up with that menu?
Came up with that menu. I just wanted to keep it simple and keep like the main city food, the Chicago city food, on my menu. I didn't want to go too crazy and just focus and perfect on one, focus on one product.
All right, so you bring up Chicago and Chi-Town and stuff.
Yeah, so...
What's your tie to that?
My tie to that is just working at a Chicago pizzeria when I was... My first and only job. When I was 15, I worked my way up. It was a family from the South Side, and they just taught me everything they knew.
But it was here in Florida.
It was here in Florida, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Who's your clientele? Older, younger, kids, middle-aged?
Get a little bit of everything, but a lot of people from the Midwest. A lot of people from the Midwest grew up on this style of pizza. Everyone thinks Chicago pizza is like the deep dish, which they're known for, but this is like the bar tavern style. So every neighborhood had like, a bunch of these pizzerias that make this style pizza on the block. This is like their go-to.
So I'll tell you an interesting story. The first, and I know that you're busy, thank God, because
Yeah, it's been good.
getting through to you sometimes is a little
Yeah,
difficult.
this guy knocked out,
So I had
showed
to
up on my
drive
doorstep.
all the way from West PSL all the way to Jensen to see
Yeah.
it. So the first time I went down there, I figured, oh, this is good. It's right in between time, I'll see you.
Didn't you see a couple people that you knew, customers?
No, I didn't know them.
Oh, you didn't know them? No.
I was walking back to my car because I had already tried to talk to you, but you were jammed.
Yeah.
And then Marcus wasn't there yet.
No, not yet.
So I was going back to my car. I was going to go home. And all of a sudden, this guy goes, I know you. I says, okay. He said, didn't you interview Marcus?
No.
So he saw the interview, and then I ended up hanging out with them, him and his
something.
girlfriend.
That's good.
Super nice people. I know that downtown Jensen, Thursday nights is usually hopping.
Yeah, they have the jamming in Jensen, so it's...
What's your busiest day?
I'd say Friday, Saturday, definitely. But Thursday we'll get a hop, and Sunday we'll get a hop. But Friday, Saturday is good for dine-in and takeout, you know?
You don't deliver?
No, we use Uber Eats and Uber Eats and Slice. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah.
Slice is the pizza one. You
Yeah.
know, it's... And I got to tell you, my daughter lives in D.C., and she was telling me the story about, like, Uber Eats. Because every time I order from Uber Eats, it's cold.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because in D.C., everything she orders is always hot. Because they have
ready.
tons of delivery drivers.
That's the problem here.
And they're
in
only
Jensen.
going 2 or 3 blocks on
Yes.
Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Here, you know, in order to get to anybody, you're going to be driving.
Yes.
So
See,
it's a lot different.
with the Uber, it's hit or miss with them because it's like I'll have a pizza sitting on the oven, you know, waiting, but then they'll be on top of it. It's like certain days they have like a bunch of drivers and then other days they don't. So I recommend Slice though because they're really on top of it.
It's interesting because when I was there and you were closing and you had to wait because you had orders that were sitting
Yeah.
on the oven waiting for the people
Yeah.
to come in, which was really kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you sell subs because that's what we call them.
Mhm.
People sometimes call them grinders, heroes, whatever.
Yeah.
You sell pizzas. How many different style pizzas do you sell?
Yeah, you can create your own. I have 6 different specialty pizzas. The veggie, Johnny Hancock, which has like a supreme, the Kai Willie, which I mentioned, and then the Big City Blaze, which is the spicy one.
Right.
You know.
Well, and again, for my wife, it's the white pizza. And again, though I love sauce, a white pizza made properly, I don't need anything green. So when it comes to
no
vegetables,
green, no green.
fruit, no vegetables. I know it's bad, but that's just who I am. When you come from up north, that's kind of the situation. So for me, like a white pizza with a little mozzarella and ricotta
Yeah, you're telling me.
that makes a white pizza for me. And
Getting
ricotta
hungry.
doesn't really have what?
I'm getting hungry.
Doesn't a white pizza ricotta doesn't really have a lot of flavor. It usually
No.
picks up the flavors of whatever's there.
Yes.
And I use it to cook with because it does pick up flavors. I love to
It
cook.
does.
So, but I love to eat too. And you know, doing this interview really stinks because I have the smell of this pizza like right in front of me. The camera guy is trying to get me to finish so he can get a bite. Okay. I'm not gonna. We're gonna eat it before anybody else comes in here because otherwise we'd have nothing. All right.
No
What are your
shame.
hours?
Hours, 11:30 to 9:30, Tuesday through Sunday. My phone number is 772-334-5074, and website is iankaispizza.com.
Can they order online?
You can order online through the Google. You just Google the name, and it asks for delivery or pickup.
Very, very cool. Guys, I got to tell you, it smells amazing. And more than just amazing is the fact that the story is pretty amazing. The fact that the way I got to him is pretty amazing because it would be like one person. Usually today, nobody wants to help anybody.
No?
So that means so much to me.
Me too. Thank you, Marcus.
Okay, so like that's like a big, and then even Marcus was like, I haven't seen you all week because I was sick for a week.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you all week. I said, yeah, I haven't gotten out. And then Friday night, because I take care of my mom who's 89, Friday night was just a good night for me just to get out for a little bit and just hang and just kind of get away from everybody. And that just seemed to be a good spot to go. And then we were sitting back there. You had already closed. Marcus and you and I, we were
hooked us up,
talking.
yeah.
We were just kind of talking and stuff. everybody, you got to try Ian and Kai's Pizza in Jensen. Actually, if you come down Jensen Beach Boulevard and you make the left, you're right there on the left.
Right there on the corner on Jensen Beach Boulevard and Indian River, across the street from Lures and Mulligan's, right next to Mulligan's, 3310 Northeast Indian River Drive. Jensen
And the
Beach,
phone number?
772-334-5074.
Kai, I
Hey,
want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much, Wayne.
Everybody have a great day.
You too.
I'm just trying to get rid of you guys because there's pizza in front of me. And we'll talk soon. We'll be right back.